we're solving for roots, it's important for us to remember prime factorization. So prime factorization, we are writing down all of the roots of a certain number. So for example, for 32, I'm going to create a tree diagram. I know that 32 is equal to 2 times 16. 16 is not a prime. I'm going to rewrite it again as 2 times 8. I rewrite it again as 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. Now, all of these numbers at the end of the branches are prime factors. So I'm able to rewrite 32 as 2 to the 5th power. Let's do another one. If I have 625, I'm going to do the prime factorization. So 5 times 125. And 125 is equal to 5 times 25. 25 is equal to 5 times 5. So 625 can be rewritten as 5 to the 4th power. Now, how that's going to help us, let's look at our examples. We want to simplify this without using a calculator. I've got my power here, 8 to the power of 2/3. I'm going to first rewrite this as a radical. So I have the cube root of 8 squared. I'm going to do the prime factorization of 8. So 8, 2 times 4, 2 and 2. So 8 is equal to 2 to the power of 3. Now, let's rewrite that. I have the cube root of 2 to the power of 3, and that was from the 8. And I still have the exponent 2. Now, let me rewrite this in power form again. So if I write this in power form, I have 2 to the power of 3, all to 2/3. We're going to use the power rule. So 3 times 2 over 3 is equal to 2. So when I simplify this, I have 2 to the power of 2, or 4. And that's my final answer. We know that this is equivalent to 4. Let's do another question like that. B, 32 to the 1/5. Main thing, let's do our prime factorization so that I can rewrite what's going to be in the radical. So 32, 2 and 16. Oh, actually, we don't need to do that because we've actually done it here before. 32 is equal to 2 to the power, 2 to the 5th power. So when I rewrite this, I have 5, the 5th root of 32. This is equal to the 5th root of 2 to the power of 5. When I make it into power form, I have 2, 5 over 5. That simplifies to 2 to the power of 1. All right, example 2, part C. We have 27 to the power of 2/3. First of all, let's convert this into a radical. So I have 3 as my index, 27 as the radicand, and 2 as my exponent. I'm going to simplify 27 as a prime factor. So we have 3 times 9 3 and 3, I can rewrite 27 as 3 to the power of 3. Next, I'm going to simplify by using our power rule, so simplifying the radicand. I still have the cube root, and this becomes 3 to the power of 6. Let me rewrite this as a power now. I have 3 to the power of 6 over 3, and that simplifies to 3 squared. Part of this example, we have 16 to the power of 5 over 4. First, let's make it into our radical. So I'm going to write the steps. Make a radical. So in our radical, we have the fourth root of 16 to the power 5. Second step, prime factorization of our radicand. So in this case, we have the fourth root of 2 to the power of 4 to the 5. Third step, we need to simplify. So you can either simplify our root, or we can simplify the exponent inside. So I'll simplify the root inside first. So 2 to the power of 4, all to the power of 5. That gives us 2 to the power of 20. Our fourth step, we're going to rewrite as a radical, rewrite as a power so that we can solve. So that would become 2 to the power of 20 divided by 4, or we can simplify to 2 to the power of 5. Okay, example number 3. We're going to simplify negative powers now, because it's possible for us to have a root of a negative number. Because we know that if I have, let's say I have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, this is equal to negative 8. So we could also say that if I took the cube root of negative 8, this is equal to negative 2. All right, let's do some examples to see how this works out. Negative 32, all to the power of 2 over 5. Now, because the base is in a bracket, I know that negative and the 32 is all raised to the power 2/5. So let's simplify this. I have fifth root of negative 32 squared. I'm going to do the prime factorization of my radicand now. And we remember from our prime factorization example that 32 is equal to 2 to the 5. So I'm going to rewrite that. In this case, I have negative 2 to the power 5, and all of it is to the exponent 2. Now what that means, let's simplify our multiplication there. So I have the fifth root of negative 2 to the 10th power, and we have negative 2, 10 divided by 5. So when I simplify that, we have negative 2, all of it in a bracket, to the power of 2. I prefer you leaving your answer as a power. Okay, another example like that, except this time we have a negative not only in the base, but there's a negative in our exponent. So remember, our negative exponent means we're going to flip it and take the reciprocal. So let's flip it first. So negative 27 over 8, and this is to the power of 1/3, positive 1/3. Let's rewrite this as a radical. So I have the third root of negative 27 over 8. Let's simplify it now by doing the prime factorization. 27 is equal to negative 3 cubed. 8 is equal to 2 cubed. And this is still under my cube root. Now let's undo it now. So I have negative 3, 2. This is all to the power of 3. And my index becomes the denominator of my power. So this simplifies to 1. And my final answer is negative 3 over 2.